Hello, glorious beauties. My name is Dragonflow, aka Frank. So, yesterday we had a video about making peace with your opposite sex parent. Today we're going to make a video about making peace with your same sex parent. So, your same sex parent teaches you how to treat the opposite sex. And by viewing how they treat the opposite sex, this kind of gets inculcated in your brain, and these types of behaviors come out when you interact or behave with the opposite sex. So with my father and I, it was a bit of a strained relationship because when he was a kid, he had epileptic seizures, and this made it that he slurred, mumbled, and repeated a lot when he talked. So I would have to say I would understand my dad maybe only 20-30% of the time, and a lot of the time I didn't really understand what he was saying. So this created a strain in our relationship where we couldn't have deep seated conversations. Because I'm a little bit on the intellectual side, I felt intellectually starved coming of age, and so my relationship with him never blossomed in the way that a father-child relationship has the potential to blossom. Now, other kids have other issues with their same-sex parents, especially men, because men are either kind of excluded from the family from divorce, or they're overworking. When they come home, they don't have time or the right amount of energy to spend with their children, and so this male energy is absent in society. So in my house, even though my dad was around a lot, this positive male energy was absent because my dad couldn't teach me a lot of the important things that I needed to learn about how to treat women, making money, and coming of age. Now, the thing is, same as last video, what you want to do to make peace with your same-sex parent is you journal all the good things that they did for you and what brings you here today as a man, and ultimately all the bad things they did to you and how you need to evolve and address those things. So if your dad didn't teach you how to behave around women and now you're having a hard time interacting with women, forgive your dad for that, but now you need to learn how to interact and behave around women. If your dad didn't teach you about investing and earning money, well, then now you have to take it amongst, you have to take it for yourself to learn how to invest, save, and work for money, etc., etc. So a thing about my dad is like he was a very complex man, and towards the end, he had his colon removed. And there's this thing by Jordan Peterson that I really loved. It said, try to be the most responsible person at your father's funeral. So as he was dying, I made sure that even though I had this tension with him growing up, that I would always go to the hospital. I would try and help him clean his poop bag. I would always try and go see him at night when he was at home. I was there the last days that he was dying. And I actually had this really deep conversation with him at the end. I'm like, look, I want to thank you for everything you did for me. I want to thank you for giving me life. And I hope that we're good. I hope that you're not parting with any tension towards me. He's like, and he goes, no, no, we're good. And he started crying, and then I started crying. And it was a little bit kind of soothing for me. The last day of his life, like you could tell his breaths were getting mega shallow, and he was kind of like on his last breath. I grabbed his neck and I whispered into his ear. I said, have a nice trip, Dad. In Sicilian, of course. And I cried, but at the same time, I was kind of soothed because I really made my peace with the man, and I really tried my best to be like, okay, this, whatever happened, happened. We're going to let it go. And I'm going to try my best to have like a good image of him and bring myself into manhood as needed. So that's it, man. Just journal what your same-sex parent did for you, and see the good and see the bad, but don't see the bad just to dwell in it and marinate on it. See the bad so that you can grow and evolve, and see how this person taught you how to interact with the opposite sex, the positive attributes, which are good, keep doing them, and the negative attributes, things you need to change in yourself in order to move forward when you interact with the opposite sex today. So that's it for this video. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like the content, And please message me if you would like me to make other videos on other interesting psychological concepts. I wish you all a beautiful day and namaste.